In 2016, the FBI officially closed a case file that had remained open for 45 years, essentially surrendering to a ghost. Commercial aviation has recorded hundreds of hijackings, but this remains the only instance in United States history where the perpetrator evaded the law permanently. The man who pulled this off did not rely on complex technology or inside help. He succeeded through unremarkable camouflage and rigid, methodical execution. The events began on November 24, 1971, the quiet evening before Thanksgiving in the Pacific Northwest. To understand how a man achieved this, we have to look past the myths and break down the specific tactical mechanics of the heist. The setting was the Portland Airport Terminal, a mundane, busy concourse filled with holiday travelers who had no idea what was about to happen. The suspect maintained an unremarkable profile. He wore a dark suit, a white shirt, and a black clip-on tie. Using $20 in cash, he bought a one-way ticket to Seattle under the name Dan Cooper. Shortly after takeoff, he politely handed a folded note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. When she didn't read it immediately, he leaned in and whispered that he had a bomb, forcing her to take the threat seriously. He provided the necessary proof by opening his briefcase just enough to reveal red cylinders and a tangle of wires. This quiet, controlled escalation allowed him to secure the aircraft without alerting the other passengers. For hours, Flight 305 circled the dark skies over Seattle as federal authorities on the ground scrambled to meet his terms. His financial demand was precise: $200,000 in unmarked $20 bills. His demand for exactly 4 parachutes served as a tactical insurance policy. By asking for multiple chutes, he made the FBI believe he might take hostages with him, ensuring they wouldn't risk providing sabotaged gear. Once the money was ready, the plane landed in Seattle to execute a tense, nighttime exchange under heavy illumination. Cooper brought the cash and parachutes aboard and released the 36 civilians, but he kept the flight crew captive to fly the next leg of the journey. By this point, he had secured his untraceable tools and removed the volatile variable of panicked passengers, clearing the way for his exit. He ordered the pilot to head south toward Mexico City, keeping the remaining crew as leverage. Cooper mandated a very specific flight profile. He demanded the pilot fly low and slow, keeping the jet at a survivable altitude for a mid-air jump. To exit, he exploited a mechanical feature unique to the Boeing 727, the aft stairs. Over the rugged Washington wilderness, he lowered those stairs into a freezing rainstorm, opening the pressurized cabin to the elements. With the cash strapped to his body, he stepped off the ledge and into the midnight wind, leaving no witnesses to his final descent. By leaving the moving aircraft, he severed all physical and electronic connections to the crime scene, effectively vanishing from the trail. The largest manhunt in U.S. history followed, with search teams scouring the treacherous terrain of the Pacific Northwest. Despite the scale of the effort, investigators found no body, no parachute, and no clothing, only a forensic void. The only physical proof ever recovered appeared 9 years later, when a young boy found rotting stacks of $20 bills buried on a riverbank. This leaves 2 possibilities. Either he was a highly trained paratrooper who survived the impossible, or he was a desperate man swallowed by the wilderness. Whether he survived the landing or perished in the cold, the tactical outcome was the same. By removing himself from the physical record, he became a permanent gap in the FBI's history, outlasting the agency tasked with finding him.